the aftermath of Hurricane Milton down there in Florida, because there's another hurricane that is expected to hit Florida right after that. All right. And then last but not least, we want to talk about FEMA. Why FEMA funding is so short. So make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. If you're not a part of the Bag Chasers and the Patreon, we over 10,000 strong. We're over 10,000 strong. So if you are not a bag chaser, if you're not a part of the Patreon, the link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's talk about Florida. Did I do that right? Hold on. What's up with the background over there? I don't like that. Hold on. We got a little malfunction over here somewhere. There we go. All right, so let's talk about Florida and the conditions, what happened as it made landfall, and what the fallout is of that.
Wind, storm surge, and extremely heavy rainfall created catastrophic conditions across Florida, increasing the risk of life-threatening flash flooding as well. Last night, the powerful winds ripped off the ceiling of the Tropicana Field Stadium, ripped it to shreds. Floridians who did not evacuate have been advised to hunker down as the still dangerous storm moves around the state.
CBS News' Christian Benavides is in Tampa this morning as this city faces one of the most powerful storms ever to hit that region. Christian, it looks like the sun's not quite up yet, but what are you seeing right now?
Heather and Shayla, good morning. At this point, it appears that Hurricane Milton for the Tampa Bay area has been primarily a wind event. You mentioned the roof off of Tropicana Field. There's also reports of a crane that collapsed in the middle of St. Petersburg, which is about 30 minutes west of where we're located. There was so much concern that this debris could potentially clog up the storm drains. But to give you a sense of where we're at, we're around the corner from Tampa General Hospital. You may recall from that viral video of the floodwaters that were just going up against the flood barriers. That's where we're currently located. So certainly here, they're not seeing the level of flooding that they saw with Helene 2 weeks ago. Hurricane Milton came roaring ashore on Florida's west coast overnight, bringing with it life-threatening winds, heavy rains, and dangerous storm surge.
I hear a lot of wind outside.
Bradenton resident Angie Samaro and her family are riding out the storm at home, located outside of the evacuation zone.
We knew that we wanted to stay
Closer to the Gulf Coast in Newport Richey, residents and their pets took shelter in this middle school gym.
We take this stuff serious, and we live in a flood zone.
In the days leading up to the storm, millions were urged to evacuate. Last night, Florida's governor said it's too late for those who did not heed those earlier warnings.
It's too dangerous to evacuate safely. So you have to shelter in place and just hunker down.
Already, there are reports of deaths, injuries, and extensive property damage after tornadoes swept through parts of the state ahead of Milton's arrival. In Tampa, the storm struck here as residents were still cleaning up from Helene and dumped 3 to 5 inches of rain an hour.
We've got your back.
Yesterday, President Joe Biden said the federal government has millions of meals, water, and thousands of personnel on the ground for response. Tropicana Field had been set up as a base for National Guard and emergency workers earlier this week. Last night, strong winds ripped the stadium's roof to shreds.
So much for that idea.
Now, Milton made landfall about an hour south of us. There is potential for life-threatening storm surge south of the eye of the storm.
Let me show y'all something really quickly. Let me show y'all something. Give me a second. Let me see. There's somebody that says something in the chat that I want to highlight, because y'all know that the chat is, here it is. The chat is my co-host for the show. So Yao Fitzpatrick says they made all those people leave and waste money. Interesting that you say that. How did I know that it was going to be people that said this? How did I know? Do you know why lives get saved? And we don't even know if anybody died or not anyways. But do you know why lives get saved? Is because we're proactive. The worst case scenario is to say, y'all left, but it wasn't that bad. It wasn't as bad as anticipated. Then that's the worst case scenario. Best case scenario, everybody survives and everything is good. But what happens when you're wrong? It kind of reminds me of salvation. It's like people that be like, you know what? I'll take my chances. I don't know why y'all think it's bad to prepare yourself and put yourself in a position to where you don't suffer if the worst case scenario happens to you. Why is everything all about money? You got to put humanity first. It's about survival. It's about not putting your people in harm's way. Listen, 10 times out of 10, if I see my governor or somebody or the meteorologist or whatever say, hey man, listen, it could possibly, you got a 98% chance, 97% chance, 80% chance, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10% chance that it's going to kill you, I'm going to get out of Dodge because I don't value money more than I value the lives of my loved ones. I can get some more money. I can get more money. I can't get my people back. And so let me give a round of applause for Biden and DeSantis and the Tampa mayor and all of the mayors that was in the surrounding areas. The reason why you save lives is because people did heed the warning. Jesus Christ. You know, sometimes I almost think that I'm living in a silo by myself. Sometimes I think I'm living in a silo by myself.
I want to go to St. Petersburg and talk to Jonathan Petramala, who is a storm chaser who has been, of course, watching Milton and following Milton. Jonathan, thanks for being with me. Let's just first start with what it's like there now as we're hearing these reports of flooding in Tampa Bay. What are you seeing?
Hey, good morning. Yeah, the flash flooding, fortunately, has receded as the rain has stopped falling here in St. Petersburg. But to just get into St. Petersburg was a challenge. The bridges have been closed now for several hours.
Yes, some people still died. But people don't care about that because, you see, I believe that the loss of one human life is too many, especially if it could have been prevented.
Since early yesterday afternoon, and that's the main access, right, to get in from the south or from the east as well. And so we had to go the long way around, and it was a maze of flooded streets around Tampa. Really deep water. We had numerous cars stalled out in that deep water as well. And unfortunately, signs that showed the water getting into some neighborhoods as well. So it wasn't necessarily the storm surge here in Tampa Bay, but it was that freshwater flooding. And the tides were just high enough, as your meteorologist mentioned, there was just nowhere for the water to go. So it just went up into people's homes and the neighborhoods and on roadways as well. So that added to the challenge of the hurricane for the Tampa Bay area at least. But the brighter side of that, again, is because the storm did make landfall south of the Tampa Bay area, the catastrophic predictions of storm surge that could reach 15 or 20 feet did not occur here in the area, which is great.
Yeah. Our colleague Bill Weir has been reporting on the damage to Tropicana Field. Of course, we've shown that roof that was just shredded and blown off. Erica talked about it at the top of the show. We've got drone video that you shot of the stadium. Tell us what you saw, what you shot as you described your video.
And again, I live in St. Petersburg, so this is just a few minutes from my house. To see Tropicana Field like that, and anyone you're going to speak to around the town, it's surreal to see the roof shredded like that. I was able to actually get my hands on a piece of that roof to kind of feel the material, and it feels just thick vinyl, like you'd one of those blow-up pool materials. And you could see it just had no chance against those winds of Hurricane Milton. And what was fascinating and also disturbing, they had about 10,000 cots and beds sitting in the outfield. So those shots, you could look down and you could see those cots sitting there. Those were for first responders that they were going to have come in, and that's where they were going to stay as they help the area recover. Of course, now plans have to change. That obviously cannot be a place where first responders are going to be able to stay, is the dome of Tropicana Field is now completely exposed to the elements.
Yeah, we've been seeing the drone footage of just the torn roof there, and you make a good point about what this stadium was supposed to be. It was supposed to offer this this respite, this place for rest for the first responders.
Capital Kel says, Anton, us Tampa folks have been through so many hurricanes, we don't let the news scare us to evacuate. Okay, all right, you know what? I'm learning. I'm evolving. I'm learning. Okay, so Tampa is on the list. Where's my iPad at? I need my iPad. Tampa is on a list of places not to worry about, people, just in case anything happened catastrophic, because y'all got it already, right? So the next hurricane, what's the next hurricane that's coming through? Let's see. Hurricane coming. Let me see. See, at least four bodies is dead. Let me see. It's another hurricane. What's the name of the new hurricane? I think it's Nadine or something like that. Y'all let me know in the chat of the new, Nadine. All right, so Nadine is coming. So, all right, y'all just hunker down, make it do what it do, get some good food, some barbecue, and let's just have a good time. Let's just have a good time. We not worried about Florida no more. We not worried about Tampa. We not checking for y'all. We just going to focus on North Carolina. We going to focus on Georgia. We going to focus on Mississippi. If anything happens over there, Louisiana, all of those places. We not worried about nothing that happened in Florida no more, because y'all built different. Y'all got it together.
As they respond to others who call in for help from Hurricane Milton. We also had the report of the crane that came down in St. Petersburg as well. What do you know about damage beyond these two that we know? Of course, the first responders are working to get out as soon as the wind dies down. On that coast, I'm sure the wind has died down. But what do you know about the damage in neighborhoods, in communities beyond downtown?
Sorry about that. Yeah, you broke up a little bit. I heard you talk about the crane. We just had our eyes on that as well. Ironically, it crashed into the Tampa Bay Times building. So they broke their own story there. Unfortunately, doesn't appear anybody was hurt, which is the best part about that.
Hey, January man says hurricanes don't scare us, bro. However, we accept prayers. I seen a video yesterday of a man that was crying on the Breakfast Club, and he was like, we scared down here. So now y'all tough. Okay. So this is the equivalent of, you know what I'm saying, something big happening. And when it's happening, everybody is scared. But when it's over, there was like, man, I wasn't scared. I wasn't even thinking about that. That didn't make me jump. It ain't even no big deal. Psh, we built different. We've been doing this for 100 years. We've been here. I just was listening to a man that called into the Breakfast Club and was crying and said, they don't care about us. They don't care about us. I just was listening to a man call into the Breakfast Club and he was whining about that. Did y'all see that video? Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can find it, because I might be off. I might be missing it. Let me see. I might be off. Here it is, because now they telling me that they all built different, but see, I seen something different prior to leading up. All of that tough talk wasn't even tough talk back then. Y'all was in a whole nother mood just a second ago. Just a second ago, y'all was in a different mood. Was this it?
Yo, man, this calling from Tampa, man. Tone from Tampa. What's up, brother? How was everything out there?
It's a little light rain right now, heavy wind, but I'm going to just keep it a buck, man. This ain't where it's at, man.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah, I'm going to say, y'all right in the middle of it. The eye's hitting Tampa from what the map shows right now.
Man, bro, my heart, bro, is in my ass, bro. I'm scared, man. And then we still recovering from Helene. And it's like, bro, I want to get this off my chest, bro. This government is playing in our faces, man. It don't matter if it's Republican or Democrat. They playing in our faces, bro. You get Ukrainians come over here, they get what they want. You get immigrants come over here, they get what they want. And you got people being denied these FEMA applications that you talking about the other day, Charlamagne.
Mm-hmm.
People being denied, bro. But you getting these migrants coming over here, $10,000 food stamps, bro. You goddamn $5,000 cash stipends, man. This shit hurting, bro. We finna get ready to damn near die, bro. A lot of people couldn't afford to evacuate. And this government planning our face, man.
Damn.
I feel for you, bro.
I totally understand, my brother.
Absolutely.
It don't matter what they is, Democrat, Republican, they all treason, man. They all about money, bro. None of these people care about American people, bro. This hurt, bro. This hurt, bro. People wake up every day just want to live their life, bro. And you got these greedy snakes, man. You got these greedy snakes call themselves government service people, bro. And they don't give a damn, bro. They don't give a damn about the migrants coming over here. They're using them too, man. It's right, man.
You're absolutely right, my
Damn,
brother.
I can't wait to come back, man.
To hear what he said he can't wait till God come back. He's absolutely 100% right. Because at some point, I don't know who else can help a lot of people.
The dude was begging for God. He was begging for God. I can't wait for God to come back. I can't wait. We was Florida different. We strong, but this different. I'm scared. I'm scared, boss. I'm scared, boss. Y'all was just asking for God. You just pulled up on an op yesterday, and then you was praying for God yesterday. You made it through the storm, and now you built different. We built different. Florida strong. We built different. We built different. We wasn't scared. We wasn't even thinking about that storm. It ain't even no big deal. I wasn't tripping. You was tripping. Oh, that's cause you weak, bro. What? Man, we've been going through this our whole life. Ain't nobody tripping off of that. We scared. Oh my God. All I want to know is they don't really care about us. All I want to know is that they don't really care about us. Y'all was playing Bryson Tiller, Coldplay, Michael Jackson. You prepared your will. Y'all wrote y'all names on y'all arm and on y'all chest just in case the Gators got to y'all. Then all of a sudden, we's built different after you get through it. Man, what? We built different, dog. I wish that storm would have came. We was all prepared over here. All I want to know is they don't really care about us. I don't care who you are. You Democrat, Republican. Help me. Help me. No, you did the right thing. You did the right thing. You evacuated. You preserved human life. And you made sense of it. Don't come over here talking all of that tough talk to me now, talking about, man, we built different. Florida strong. Gator Nation. And you just got down to Florida. You from Atlanta. You ain't from there. You from Atlanta. You from California. You just got to Florida two years ago during the pandemic. You moved because you couldn't afford to stay in California. Don't start talking that tough talk to me. Hey, listen, you ain't got to be tough. Ain't nothing wrong with being afraid, because you know what that triggers? That triggers a reaction that forces you to do something that you otherwise wouldn't have did so that you can protect yourself. It's a protection mechanism that's built within you. Fear is something you just got from California. Y'all just came over. Man, I moved down there. I ain't nothing like that. I'm from O Block. There ain't nothing wrong with you being scared. That means that you took precautions. That means that you made adjustments. And you need to do the same thing the next time before Nadine gets you, because then they're going to be talking about, we're FEMA. I tried to apply for $750 and I found out it was just a loan. They still digging bodies over there in North Carolina out. Stop there. Everything ain't an ego trip. Everything ain't about being tough. It's about making sure that your baby mama is straight so that she can sue you and get child support still. Man, I wish that storm would have came and took my baby mama. I left her out there for a reason. So you thought God was going to do your bidding. You thought God was going to take your baby mama out of the streets and into the hurricane. That's why you left her. Man, I checked on her. She didn't want to come. So you know what? I just got out of there myself. Oh, she still wanted that child support. She's still coming. She's still coming. You thought that the hurricanes. I know how you think. You know why? Because I hear y'all all the time. I know how you think. You thought the hurricane was going to get your baby mama and it was going to do its bidding. No, girl, it ain't no evacuation down there in Tampa. Man, they just tripping. And now she trusts you even more because you was, you can't, I know how people think. People be secretly wishing, man, I'm so tired of taking care of mama and papa. Hey, man, they don't want to evacuate. They say they staying, they hunkering down. I can't force them. It's because you don't want to be a son husband no more. You don't want to be a son husband no more. Anyways,